you know how much Hasbro loves their Boba Fetts, right?
Oh, yes.
And so they've got this Boba Fett in disguise. Mm-hmm. So he's in all black. I mean, if he's in disguise, this is not a great disguise, man. This is
no, it certainly is not.
I mean, it's not like anyone's gonna miss. Who is that man? You know, it's basically just a black Boba Fett. He's got a cool looking weapon, though. In addition to his blaster and his iconic jetpack, he's got sort of this axe, like double-bladed axe thing. And I know this is from the comic book. Do you have any memory or connection to this version of Boba Fett?
Not really. Not really. This was in a comic, probably briefly. And I saw the promotion for this, and it sort of rang a bell, but I didn't go back and look in back issues to see exactly how this played out. I believe that this is a Boba Fett from the period between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. And Boba Fett had lost Han Solo. The carbon block life support was failing. So we had to take it to a technician to get it fixed. And the technician stabbed him in the back and sold Han Solo to the highest bidder. So that kind of is what went down.
I was going to say, how did he lose it? Like he misplaced it?
It was just he entrusted this technician with it, and the technician then took off with it. I think
because if he thinks that
not
this
my
is
favorite
disguise
storyline in the comics, and one I'd rather forget.
I gotcha. Because I'm thinking if he believes that this is a good disguise, then it's not hard for me to imagine that he could lose, a carbonite block.
This is not a disguise. This is not a bounty hunter. This is not from a comic. This is nothing more than a cash grab from Hasbro.
It is
doing it on the cheap. They just take an existing Boba Fett action figure and paint it black. Put it in. Oh, I guess they're taking the black series a little too literally, but it's just. I mean, anybody can take a Boba Fett action figure and a can of Krylon spray paint and go out in the backyard and make your own. Why wait in line in San Diego for this thing?
I take my Boba Fett and then I paint it black.
Very good swank.
Yeah, pulling out the
reference.
Well, I do want to ask you about this one though, because everyone knows you're not a big Black Series fan. Jimmy Mack keeps it pure. He keeps it 3 3/4 inch only. And
there's nothing wrong with Black Series. I just can't reboot my collecting habits for 4 or 5 decades and switch up to a different style of action figure. It's just not going to happen.
I totally understand. There's a lot of pitfalls with these bigger action figures. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. But what do you think about this set? This is from the Vintage Collection. It's a boxed set called The Rescue from The Mandalorian. It features a Moff Gideon and a Mandalorian 3 3/4 inch action figure with soft goods, by the way. First time we're getting soft goods capes for both of those guys. And a little Grogu, and he comes with his little soup bowl. But what's really cool is the Dark Trooper with the flame effects. That, we already got a couple of Mando figures. We got our Moff Gideon. We probably have more Baby Yodas than we need. But that Dark Trooper with the flame effects is pretty cool. That would look good on a shelf, huh?
Sure, yeah. And this is Black Series?
No, this is vintage. This is 3 3/4 inch. Yeah.
Now, haven't they announced that they are going to be releasing a Dark Trooper action figure for the Vintage Collection? Okay.
2. I think they're going to do... they've got a deluxe, which comes with sort of that rack that they kind of are, like their charging station that they're on. They've got one of those. So it's kind of like, it looks like you're getting 3 figures, but you're only getting 1. Like only 1 comes apart from the wall or the charging station. And then I think they're going to do a single carded one as well. But
I see. Yeah, it looks great. I mean, if I get the figures on their own, I already have a Gideon, I already have a Grogu, I already have a Mando. If I get the Dark Trooper, then I don't see the need for this set necessarily.
It's a lot of people are saying. So it's not enough for you to get a soft goods cape?
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. So have they issued a price point for this 4-pack?
I think it's like $60. I think it's like $59.99. Yeah. You know,
I'll probably pass on it.
Yeah.
If I see it on sale, I'll pick it up. But
he says as if there's a chance to get these the San Diego Comic Con exclusives.
Oh, this is
probably not. Yeah.
Oh, so I no FOMO here. I don't care. 'Cause I have 3 of the 4 figures already represented. But as long as we're doing collecting talk, look what I already have here. My first
Obi-Wan. Look at that. Yeah. Jimmy Mack with the Reva action figure, from the vintage collection. Now there's 2 Revas coming out. There's a retro vintage version, and that I'm telling you, man, these 3 3/4 inch figures. I'm going to go on a limb. And I was actually talking to my buddy Chase Norton about this earlier this week. The sculpts on these 3 3/4 inch vintage collection figures that have been coming out, they're better than the Black Series. I think I mean,
look at the accurate depiction.
It's unbelievable. And and what
Moses Ingram.
What some people are saying is that there's an advantage, because I know that you talk about FOMO. I think there is some FOMO on behalf of some of the 3 3/4 inch collectors, because like Kenobi comes out and the Black Series gets 5, 6 different characters. The vintage collection only gets maybe 3 of those. But here's the deal. It seems as though that Hasbro learns a lot from making the Black Series version, and then by the time they get the vintage collection version that comes out, they've really improved it. They've improved the sculpt. I think they've improved some of the paint applications and things like that. So there does seem to be some benefit. But we want to hear about Jimmy Mack's meetup at the Galloping Ghost here in just a minute. But I have to take this. I do this very rarely, where I actually put a call out to Rebel Force Radio listeners with some advice. But I need some advice. So I am a Black Series collector, and I keep them displayed on risers on these shelves. And here's one of the problems with the Black Series is that there's no consistency in the peg holes, the size or the depth of the peg holes, which means that you can't just go and buy, like Jimmy Mack did not that long ago, I think at Star Wars Celebration, a huge bag of action figure stands. Didn't you get like something like 200 action figure stands for a crazy price? Was it more than that?
Yeah, this guy had been lugging around these bags of 3 3/4 inch action figure stands, little plastic discs. Do I have one around
here? Yeah, people have seen those.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's one right here.
There it is. Yeah.
And I've been running out of them. And when I first started purchasing these things, they were about $0.10 a piece, maybe. Now they're almost $1 a piece.
Yes, they are almost $1. So you got to jack up the price of whatever you're paying for an action figure. If you're if you like to display them, by $1. You got to buy the stand.
So I've always preferred these round black discs with the peg to insert into the peg hole on the action figure. Like I have Ahsoka here, the Rosario.
Oh, that's
dog.
a beaut. That's another look at. Can you show that up here again for the folks watching at home? It's really an incredible likeness of Rosario Dawson. And
here. It's so hard. I had her in perfect focus before the show started, and now,
back her up a little bit. Back her up just a bit. Let's see if it grabs her, and then bring it in slowly. It's not cooperating, but anyway, it's fantastic. It's a great action figure, and you got the peg hole. The peg holes fit the stands you got.
Well, again, the lack of consistency. Now with these articulated ankles, they put the pegs not on the ankles but on the toe at the bottom of the boot, so that does not leave it much room for a peg hole. So the pegs don't even get inserted into this. It's almost as if those peg holes are largely cosmetic. Because like you can see, that's about the best I can
look at that. Okay, so you're going to be running into a similar problem as the Black Series.
Yes, a little wobbly.
She's standing up pretty good.
It's not bad, and yeah. So I bought all of these these action figure stands from this guy who was really tired of lugging them around in 3 bags, and he gave me an outrageous deal for many hundreds of them, probably for $20. I took them all from him.
Yeah, you're gonna have those for days. You probably won't need to buy any for a very long time. But Black Series collectors aren't quite so fortunate because of the inconsistency. So I've tried everything. Oh, yeah, look at that
Reva again.
Yeah,
can I just say one more thing about this Reva action figure before you continue, and then I'll move on. But the card stock on these Hasbro figures has gotten stronger with this wave. It's much thicker than even in this wave with the Ahsoka Corvus. It's very flimsy. This is not the case at all. This is sturdy card stock that they're now using.
They were really chinsing out on that on the card stock there for a while.
Yeah. So your collectible will stay protected forever unless you're like me and you just
look at that. Oh, how does he do it, folks?
You just rip it right off the bubble there.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
this is live unboxing of the Reva action figure. Yeah, let's see her out of the package.
So she's
look at that. Why does it like to focus in on Reva but not Ahsoka? Man, that's incredible. That's just amazing.
It is a ridiculously great sculpt, a wonderful likeness. Soft goods.
Yeah.
And 2 versions of her lightsaber. One that is the helicopter blade, and the other the rotating blade, and then the other is one you could customize to have 1 blade or 2 blades or however you want to do it. So it's a good action figure, I think. Yeah. Let's see the peg holes.
Figure. Well, this is I've tried
peg
everything.
Holes are good. Peg holes are good.
Oh, she's got good holes?
Reva has great holes.
Okay. All right. Just making sure. All right. So this is Chirrut, or excuse me, I'm sorry, Baze Malbus. I got my buddies mixed up there. And he doesn't have great holes. They're very shallow.
Yeah.
So you don't get good penetration with the pegs.
No.
And so and they also are they're not very big around. So I've tried everything. I've tried the sticky tack. I've had people say, well, we called it fun tack. We'd hang posters up in our rooms as a kid. And that doesn't seem to work because it dries out and then they fall over. Because the problem I'm trying to avoid is every morning I come down into the studio and it's like dominoes. I've seen just rows of figures just down, and it's so frustrating. And I find myself like not enjoying my collection because half the time they're just sitting on the floor.
The maintenance.
So a few years ago, somebody suggested that you could go on to Etsy and you could buy these little teeny tiny magnets. If you can see these are like little discs,
right?
Little cylinders, and that you can then get little metal plates. Like this happened to be like what you would put on the back of a cell phone to magnetize your cell phone. And if you're lucky, you can get these and you can position them and you can actually stick those little cylindrical magnets into their feet like that. And then you can hear it. It connects.
Wow.
Right?
That's great.
Right.
Yeah.
But
smart.
It's still not working. It's still not working for certain figures, and especially female figures that have the little tiny feet and the little and the little boots. It's not working. So I just want to put the call out. If you're a Black Series collector, I know a lot of you listen to the podcast, and you found some stands, even if these stands only work 75, 80% of the time, please let me know. Show at rebelforceradio.com. Jason's Black Series Dilemma. I would love it in the subject line. One last thing I want to mention. This is a big step for me, Mac, because I know, I'm a mint in package collector.
Yes.
Certainly a mint on card collector for my 3 3/4 inch, but I'm running out of space. I'm just running out of room, and I've made the decision with the Black Series collection. I'm throwing away all the packaging, all the boxes. They're gone. I can't do it. I can't keep the figure and the packaging. So here's my solution. I went ahead and I got these acid-free bags, 6x9, and then I also got, these are on Amazon, and then I also got these little 2-inch by 3-inch baggies. So you can put the accessories in a little baggie, and then the figure in the big baggie, and I even got a label. You know, this is Han Solo Stormtrooper disguise from 2014, and there you go. And I gotta tell, I have so much less stress when I get these Black Series figures. I do what you just did with the vintage. I rip it out of the pack. I just rip it right out of the pack. I don't even try. Like I used to get the tape and all that. I don't do any of that anymore. So just rip them open.
Oh,
so anyway,
something so gratifying and satisfying about just tearing this stuff right off of the card, ripping that bubble off. Kyle Newman once said, "Watching me collect is like watching an otter lie on his back opening up a shellfish." So that's
yeah,
that's what
I
I'm
can see that.
for. That kind of satisfaction. I mean, doesn't the otter seem just so happy and satisfied when he's doing that? Well, that's me.
Sure.
I'm the otter of Star Wars collecting. So that was a good collector talk segment. We weren't really planning on that, but I'll tell you what, since it was so visual in nature, we'll put it up on our YouTube channel. So
yeah, let's do that. It was
take
very
a look at that.
visual.
And maybe you'll get some more response from collectors about the best way to make your collection work.